podcast. Today we're gonna talk about Easter Evil, a pretty recent horror movie that came out this year about Easter. Surprise! I really wanted to make the next movie about the sequel of Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey, but apparently we won't see this movie for a long time on streaming services, so that's why there won't be any chance for me to watch it, so yay! Let's talk about Easter movies, I guess. So, a little while ago, two movies came out, Easter Evil and Easter Bloody Easter. And when I first watched through them, I was like, meh. And I didn't want to watch it, but today I was like, what the heck? Maybe I should check maybe, especially because the first movie, Easter Evil, it had 6.6 rating on IMDb. Like, I watched through it and I was like, this is bad. But the rating was 6.6, so I was like, maybe there's something wrong with me. And yeah, I watched it today, and actually guys, that's so not my cup of tea. Before these two movies, I think I watched only two movies about horror rabbits. Donnie Darko, of course, we all know this iconic rabbit, and also I watched Tormented movie. It was psychedelic enough and weird from time to time, but at the same time there is something in some Asian movies that makes you remember them. Because even about Donnie Darko, like, I watched those movies, I don't remember anything from them. I only remember the rabbit because it's everywhere sometimes. So that's what my background was when I began to watch these movies. And the first movie was Easter Evil, and it's comedy and horror. Let's talk about the plot at first. In Las Vegas, a go-go dancer and a call girl are terrorized by a giant evil rabbit. And because I don't have a lot of things to say about this movie, let's just talk about a few points I want to make. First one is shaky camera in the beginning. I get it that it was some type of technique they were trying to pull there. In theory, I always thought that it's so cool, etc. But after the beginning of this movie, I was fighting with myself from stopping watching it, because the first 2 or 3 minutes were so shaky that I began to feel myself dizzy, and that's a lesson maybe for my future videos, because I from time to time do some cosplay skits and cosplay music videos, so be careful with a shaky camera, because it's good in theory, but too shaky is a bit difficult to watch for viewers, and you can lose a lot of people because of it. Another thing here, yeah, this movie was a comedy. You see, I like comedy horrors, and I like when these two things are combined together. Some interesting movies came out of combining these two things, but here, nah. Okay, let's talk about the acting. The acting was kind of bad here, and the evil rabbit was just something. The final fight with the rabbit, it was kind of funny because it was just absurd, and also I chuckled a few times, not because the creators create these funny situations, no, because it was funny to watch that one kind of absurd also scene, and I was chuckling because the main characters were trying to get some exercises or dance, and just every few seconds they were trying to fix their skirt or dress because they were pretty short, and with every move they tried to go higher and higher, but at the same time a lot of screen time was with panty shots, and I didn't quite like it. I get that the girl is go-go dancer, but show her some respect and not show her underwear. That's like, nah for me, like no. And also a call girl. I get that the dress was always going up, but at the same time I wasn't signing up to see this call girl just in tights most of the time. That was weird, okay? That was really weird. And the movie was too long. There were not a lot of action there. Mostly these two main characters just spoke with each other, and that was it, and that was kind of boring to say the least. But one thing, the room service made me kind of paranoid, because now if I would move into a hotel for a few nights, I would think about, well, what if some guy would come in and sniff some underwear or something like that? Not the thing that I would like to think about in the future. In brief, this movie, yeah, I didn't like it a lot, and sorry, but I would take it off because one of the lines from this movie.
I have to wear these ears all night? You don't even stay on properly.
At the end, I want to say that the movie was bad, but at the same time, maybe it wasn't made for me. One thing made me realize something when I was participating on one of our conventions with the cosplay skit. The movie that got the first place, it was a movie where the guys were scratching their balls and ass because everyone thought it was hilarious. You don't understand, it's like those old movies. And I was like, so we put together a good script, I cosplay all the characters, but they got the audience attention because they scratched their balls, and I was like, okay, I just don't understand anything about movies, etc. That was the moment when I realized that even if I won't ever be recognized as someone who makes some cosplay skits or something like that, that is just maybe not my problem, because yeah. So what I want to say is, maybe as a kind of parody of some horror movies, this movie is okay-ish, maybe. Also, this movie kind of reminds me about old YouTube, when ordinary people were trying to film some ideas of their own, try to make some movies with crappy cameras and without lenses, good backgrounds, etc. Maybe if that's the case here, like, okay, it's a low budget movie. The main scene was like one room in a hotel and that's it. And you have only two characters here, main characters and the rabbit. I didn't actually got the plot here. And also the believability of evilness of this rabbit and how the blood works, stab wounds work. We're not even talking about this. I was like, okay, that's comedy, so when a girl doing her steps, missing the rabbit, and then at the next scene he's already full of blood, you're like, I won't even question it. Like, okay, that were my thoughts about this movie. That was it for today, and yeah, bye guys. Tell me down in the comments what do you think about these types of movies. Have you watched it? And also, the rating of this movie kind of fell down a lot. Like now it's something around 2.7 or something like that, and that's more believable. That makes me question myself less, because before it was like, maybe there's something wrong with me that I just don't get it. But let's be honest, there are a lot of movies I don't get, and that's okay, I think. Yeah, so that was Easter Evil. Write down in the comments what movies with rabbits or bunnies or about Easter you found interesting and liked, and what movies were like really bad. Maybe I'll find something to watch for myself later. Who knows? Who knows? So yeah, bye.